Hey, what's going on, Sunrise? My name is Sam Kroin. I'm 16 years old and I live in Rye, New York. And I am a stand-up comedian. Yeah, I've been doing comedy for a long time now. And I thought I would give you guys a little performance, maybe to brighten your day a little bit. Maybe, hopefully you enjoy it. I'm going to get started. So when I was younger, I wanted to play a lot of sports. I wanted to try to play every single sport that I could. And the main reason is because I've seen all these movies, like The Karate Kid, The Sandlot, or Little Giants, that make childhood sports seem so cool. Like, sure, your team starts out bad at first, but the teams would always get better, and eventually they would win the championship against all odds. So when I started playing sports, I thought my experience was going to go exactly like that. First I tried karate, I chopped a few fake boards in half. I thought I was the man. I was not the man. I didn't really like that, so I tried baseball. I liked it for a little bit until I realized that I would get hit by pitches, so I stopped doing that too. The real sport that I decided to play was soccer. I thought it was perfect for me. So at first when I started soccer, my team was not that good. We were really, really bad. We could barely even kick the ball. But I thought, sure, it's fine. We're going to get better. Just like in all the movies, we're going to get better and better. And by the time we play our first game, we're going to be good. Right? Wrong. In our first game, we lost about 20-0. It was absolute domination. And trust me, no amount of orange slices was going to help that loss. So, after that first loss, my eyes really got opened. I was like, wow, this is really dumb. I finally realized how stupid this whole youth soccer program was and how seriously I was taking it. It was ridiculous. This was a joke program. I just looked around and all the things that seemed so important and serious to me, I realized that they were all just silly. For example, the way this program was organized is they gave us all these colored shirts to divide us in teams. And kids would absolutely despise the other teams just because they were wearing a different colored shirt. I don't get it. We've been playing this program for three weeks. Now your friend that's been your friend since kindergarten is the enemy just because he's wearing a red shirt and you're wearing a blue one. I don't know. It doesn't really seem right to me. Another thing was kids were taking the team so seriously, and my mom was taking it seriously too. She said oh, you gotta leave your play date because you can't be 1 minute late for your 8-year-old soccer program. Okay, whatever, it's not a big deal, but my friend seemed to think it was a big deal too. I was talking to my friend Will, he's like, oh god, I gotta stay after practice and clean up these cones. I'm like, why would you do that? He's like, I gotta get coach to notice me. I'm like, Will, your dad is the coach. He's like, yeah, he'll cut me too. Yeah. And then the third thing, the thing I hated the most about the program is there were always these kids who would try so hard for no reason. They'd be such tryhards, They'd try to score 6 goals, take the ball from other kids on their team, foul other kids. Bro, why are you trying so hard? It's not like there's scouts in the crowd. You're not gonna make a good save and some dude in the crowd's gonna be like, yeah, FC Barcelona, we got our guy. That's not gonna happen. You're not gonna get a Nike sponsorship from scoring a goal on the goalie who's not even paying attention. So shifting gears now, I'm a junior in high school, I'm pretty old and I'm going to college soon. I'm going to start considering what career path I'm going to take. And let me just say that one career path that I find to be completely pointless is being the guy who runs the Easy Pass toll booth. Now, I think people would say the job is, you're just supposed to make sure that people don't just drive straight through. Sounds okay, but what are you actually going to do if people drive straight through? Are you going to chase after them? Is your booth going to break off of its hinges and you're going to drive after them like your little pod, like your Dr. Eggman or something? And additionally, I think being an Easy Pass toll booth worker is just a bad job to have. How are you even getting there? Are you driving there yourself? I don't think so, considering I've never seen a parking lot right next to the toll booths. I guess you could take an Uber, but what Uber is going to want to take you there if they're just going to have to pay the toll to get through? Also, how are you going to go to the bathroom? I mean, maybe there's a porta potty on the other side of the street. But if you have to get there, you gotta like jump across 6 lanes of traffic like you're playing Crossy Road or something. Now, I think it wouldn't be as bad to be the guy who runs the cash toll booth, because at least then you get to be like a bit of a jerk about it. You can be like, hey bruh, hey, cough up the 350, bruh. You wanna get to Long Island? You gotta go through me first. Which leads me to believe, like, what if you can't cough up the 350? Like, are you just stuck there? Do you just have to turn around and go home? Well, I have a little bit of a theory. And the theory also helps explain how they get all these workers to actually work at the toll booths in the first place. You know, at like a restaurant, if you can't pay the bill, and like they make you stay and do the dishes afterwards, whatever, to make up your tab. Maybe it's the same thing with the toll booths. Maybe if you can't pay the toll, you have to start working in one of the toll booths. And maybe that's how they get all their workers. You know, maybe it's just a line of like, most recently couldn't pay to has been working here for 20 years. And imagine, like, you can't pay the toll, you gotta start working in the toll booth, everyone shifts down one on the line, and the guy at the very end comes out of the toll booth and goes, finally, at long last, I can get to Newark, New Jersey. So, you know, recently I've been in school, and like, I just have a ton of work, I'm going a million miles per hour. So something that my mom has tried to tell me is like the old adage, like, you know, the tortoise and the hare, slow and steady always wins the race. And, you know, that's nice, inspirational, whatever. But like, when you really think about it, that phrase makes no sense at all. First of all, who's racing a tortoise against a hare? That's just not even fair to begin with. Like, who are these people doing an interspecies race? There's no interspecies competitions in real life. Imagine if they were. Imagine if I had to do a triathlon against a shark. I think I could probably beat the shark in the running part. I think he would beat me in the swimming. So I guess it all comes down to who's the better cyclist. But I digress. Imagine if there were even more competitions between interspecies in real life. I feel like it just wouldn't be fair. It would never turn out like the tortoise and the hare. Like, some species would just dominate certain sports. Like, imagine nobody's gonna want to play cricket against the crickets. Like, that's just not fair. That's just home field advantage for the crickets. And like, what if you had to go to like the dam building competition and like the beavers pulled up? You knew you had no chance of winning. These guys build dams for a living. But what are you gonna do? You're an amateur. I guess there could be an upset. Like maybe somebody's able to beat a horse in horse. But like, that's very rare. I feel like this whole interspecies race would never even work. Which takes me back to the tortoise and the hare. I mean, there's no way. Oh no, I've been exposed. I'm leaving that in, that's funny. Okay, so my cover got blown. I'm not on a comedy stage in the city. I'm in my basement. Behind a window. You found me out. It's whatever. Let's just keep on going, alright? So I like dogs. I think most people like dogs. People give their dogs really, really weird names. Have you ever seen this? People be like, my dog is like Zarlak the Destroyer, or like Swaggy G. Like, why are you giving your dogs these weird names? Stuff that you would never even think of naming your kids. It's so weird. It's like people just use dogs as an excuse to delve out the weirdest name that their mind can think of. And the worst part is these names like never even fit the type of dog it is. Like, for example, you could have like, my friend told me, he's like, oh yeah, my dog's name is Zeus. And I'm thinking it's gonna be like this huge like Great Dane, like really awesome looking dog. And I went to his house and it was like a Chihuahua. And I was like, this is Zeus? Zeus the Chihuahua, really? Yeah, but he was cute, you know. I have a dog. He's a golden retriever. He's really cute, and I like him very much. Except he does have this weird quirk where he dresses up like himself and is a total jerk all of the time. He's also not the smartest. I think if you could count his IQ on your fingers, you'd be holding up -3 fingers. But, you know, he's a good guy. Guess what his name is? DJ Jazzy Jeff. You know, like the 80s rapper DJ Jazzy Jeff. Yeah, you know, I think that's the sign that you're almost famous, is when people aren't naming their kids after you, but they're naming their dogs after you.